Hi everyone, Pierre from Into Fly Fishing and welcome to another gear review. In today's gear review we'll be spending some time with the Snowbee Spectre RMX Saltwater Predator 8-weight 9-foot fly rod. Yes, that is a mouthful. This rod is designed to be the perfect crossover rod between light saltwater and heavy freshwater applications. As a disclaimer, I must point out that Snowbee sent me this rod for a test and review, and even though I didn't pay for the rod myself, I was really eager to test it. Snowbee in no way incentivizes or forces me for a good review, so what you're seeing here is my honest opinion. Before we dive into the exact build details of the rod and how well it performs, I always like to briefly touch on how and where the rod was tested. This is very important to know for a potential purchaser of this rod because my opinions are based on the specific scenario that I tested the rod in. My aim was to test the RMX 8-weight on some bass and carp. For the bass, we made relatively long casts with heavy, wind-resistant crease flies, and we really got to test the rod in windy conditions. For the carp, short and accurate casts were required. Paired up with the RMX was my Shilton SL5, which was running a Rio VersiTip 8-weight fly line. To the front of the fly line, I attached a 9-foot length of 10-pound Stroft, which ran to my fly. If you do recognize the spot that we're fishing, is the same location where we tested the Moonshine Vesper 8-weight fly rod. In my opinion, the main area where the RMX Saltwater Predator shines is power. You can really feel it from the moment that you pick the fly rod up for the first time. This is confirmed by what Snowbee has to say about the rod on their website. This is not just the standard rod with a different logo. The blanks have a steeper taper and thicker wall profiles to handle larger, more powerful fish. This design change has really increased the power of the rod, especially during the casting stroke and the fish fighting capabilities. Don't, however, confuse power with a fast action or the capable line speed. Although this rod is capable of both those things, the rod has incredible power and it has a medium fast action. Now that we've looked at where the 8-weight RMX performs well, let's look at areas that's not necessarily its strongest points. From a general fishing point of view, the rod does exactly what you need it to do. But as I always like to say, there's nothing like the perfect fly rod. And in the case of the 8-weight RMX, I really wish that the recovery rate could be better. Now please don't think that I'm saying that it's really bad. It's just that as soon as you stop the cast, there's a slight oscillation in the rod, and this is translated into the line that's traveling through the air. Would this impact your general fishing experience? I doubt it. But if your application is to make very accurate casts, this might be a decisive factor. Now that we've looked at some of the performance characteristics of the 8-weight RMX, let's dive deeper into the rod's build itself. The rod is shipped in a Cordura covered tube that has an orange and black checkered finish. The rod's full details are present on the side and on the cap of the tube, making it very easy to ID it if you carry multiple rods together. Inside the tube, the rod is stored in a black 4-compartment sock, which includes all the model details on it. This is excellent when you travel with multiple rods in a single tube or case. Now to the bacon, the rod itself. Let's start here at the butt section of the rod. The Spectre RMX Saltwater Predator has a pretty decent fighting butt for an 8-weight. I compared it to some of the other 8-weights I had on hand, the TFO BVK and the Moonshine Vesper 9-foot 8-weight. It's the one on the top and it's by far the longest. This means that the rod does a great job at positioning the reel away from your body as you're fighting a fish. It's made from a combination of cork and rubberized cork for durability. The full aluminum reel seat has a dark gunsmoke color and is saltwater ready. It has 2 uplocking rings with the bottom one incorporating a bushing to really keep your reel stable. I don't think that you'll have to worry about your reel coming loose on this one. A neat angler-friendly touch is the marker on the reel foot ring, which shows you where the slot is for the reel. It's just something small, but it really helps to get you on the water quicker. The grip has a full well shape that is slightly on the larger side. The cork is of reasonable quality and it has a rubberized cork in the front and at the back for added durability. The blank has a medium fast action and is made from a combination of 40-ton and 36-ton carbon fiber. It really feels solid and durable in hand. Now to the line guides, and this is where the RMX series of rods gets really interesting, especially on the second section of the rod. The first stripper guide is American Tackle's microwave guide, and it's something that you generally see on conventional rods, especially spinning rods. How it works is that it funnels the line that's coming from the reel into a narrower path and thus eliminating energy lost from your line that's slapping from side to side. I do believe in its use on spinning rods, but if it makes a difference on a fly rod, I can't really say. If you're going with an RMX Saltwater Predator, I would recommend checking your backing knots that it has as a narrow or as slim profile as possible. The last thing that you want is the knot catching into this line guide when you're fighting the bonefish of a lifetime. All the other line guides are strong and sturdy snake guides. The rod also includes a hook keep and it has aluminum winding check, which further reinforces its saltwater ready pedigree. The blank has a matte natural carbon finish, dark grey thread wraps with silver accent wraps. It also has alignment dots on each section to help you get on the water quicker. Something else that I check, especially on saltwater rods, is how thoroughly the clear coat is applied around all the hardware. In the case of this 8-weight RMX, the clear coat protects all the line guides and it will prevent the ingress of water. So let's look at my personal thoughts on the Snowbee Spectre RMX 8-weight saltwater predator rod. On the pro side, the rod has incredible power, so it will help you deliver very large flies at both fresh and saltwater fish, and it will help you to crank down on fish. The well-sized fighting butt keeps the reel away from your body while targeting fish. The clear coat is applied very evenly and it covers all the possible problem areas. It has alignment dots in all the rod sections and the reel seat. On the con side, the rod is on the heavy side, weighing in at 4.4 ounces. And I really wish that the recovery rate was just slightly better. So who should consider buying the RMX 8-weight saltwater predator rod? I think that this will be a great option for the angler looking for a reasonably priced crossover rod, and it will be one of those workhorses in your arsenal. It will be an amazing bonefish rod, and I know that it does a great job at catching bass and carp. I hope that you found this review helpful, and if you have any comments or questions about the rod, please leave them in the comment section down below. Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications, then we can let you know as soon as we release any future reviews, tutorials or vlogs. Until next time, cheers.